Hey guys, what's up? TheFish here, back once again, starting another new LP. We're going to be playing Metro Last Light Redux. Now, we played Metro 2033 Redux here on the channel a little while ago, and we had an absolute blast. I think it's an amazing game, but I've never played the sequel. That's going to change. Metro Last Light is the sequel to Metro 2033, and this is the Redux version. There's going to be less of a difference between this Redux version and the one we played for 2033, because really the Redux version on 2033 was to bring it up to the fidelity standards that they set in Last Light. That being said, there probably is still some difference, not that I'll notice them, because this is going to be my first experience with Last Light. It's going to be basically an entirely blind playthrough. I'm gonna sit here for a minute and talk about some stuff, because there's an intro I want to share with you guys. There's an intro that starts when you first start the game, for the very first time, which then goes away and never plays again. But apparently, if we sit here on the menu for a minute, it will come back. While we wait, this is a good time to mention there's some weird stuff going on in my university accommodation right now. The water heater, which is really close to my room, is making some really loud noises occasionally, and because I have some hot water pipes running through my room, which are generally noisy, it gets really fucking noisy. If that happens while we're recording here, you're just gonna have to bear with me. I hope it doesn't come through in the microphone too much, but it is really damn loud, so it probably will. I apologize in advance for that. Is this intro gonna start? Or is it not? Who knows? It's also worth mentioning that I haven't done any test recordings, so I might have to start over.
When asked how it all started, I always tell that it all began that day when we went to botanical gardens. We, meaning yours truly, and two of my friends. Whose idea was it to visit the abandoned station? Who persuaded the others to go? I always tell them that I don't remember. I always lie. It is a safe lie. Or there is no way to ascertain the truth. Both Vitaly and Eugene are dead now. The massive airlock doors shrugged and opened with a grinding sound, opening a road to hell for us and a road into the metro for the demons. But in fact it all started that day when Mother said we should take a walk in the botanical gardens and go there by metro. I remember how we took a short escalator to the surface, how we exited a spacious glass pavilion and saw a street buried in green. I remember the smoke clouds moving across the limitless sky and soft, cool wind on my face. Mother bought me an ice cream. That was the last time I tasted it. That day, humanity was executed. The righteous and the sinful were called to be rendered according to their deeds. And we hid from God's sight in the metro. And we were saved from his wrath. And he apparently decided that flushing us out wasn't worth the trouble.
That's good.
Then he went about his business, or perhaps died, while we stayed on this used up and discarded earth and continued just going with it, going nowhere. I remember so many random, unnecessary things.
That's a cheery picture.
Yet I don't remember the most important one. My mother's face. She died very soon after the war started. All that remains of her is that day in the gardens. How I wished I could recall her face. The way she looked at me, the way she whispered that I have nothing to fear. I'd sell my soul just to recall that. I'd do that any day, any time. And I did.
Well, that was fucking depressing. I hadn't actually watched that before. I skipped it to get to the options menu. My first time out to set up my settings and stuff. Wow. I was about to say something. Yeah, I haven't done any test recordings, so I don't know if it's gonna work out fine. I might have to redo this if I have performance issues and stuff. As always, recording does cause a little bit of a hit in the frames per second department. But we'll see how it goes. I guess with that, we're just going to hit New Game and set up our difficulty settings. We can do Survival. Players of the original survival horror-oriented experience of Metro 2033. I'd like that. Spartan is going to be easier. It's going to make it more of a shooter. The more forgiving combat and stealth experience of Metro Last Light. So that makes it play like the sequel, I guess, was originally designed to. But then, as part of Redux, they've added in this mode to sort of unify the experience in the same way that they brought up the graphical fidelity of the first game with the Redux options. In this case, they have reset the gameplay a little bit to make it more in line with the first game. And I think that's the one we're going to play. I think the more scavengy style is a little bit more fun to me. So I think that's what we're going to do. It's probably going to result in us dying repeatedly, but that's part of the experience, right? As for difficulty, we're probably just going to play normal. Ranger mode, if it's anything like the other game, yeah, the HUD elements and UI elements are limited and stuff, and resources are harder to come by. There's also hardcore mode, where everything is disabled and everything is harder. We're just going to play on normal. Recommended for regular FPS players. I'd consider myself an experienced FPS player, but games are harder when you're recording them. Okay, so you will need to closely watch your ammo and filter supplies, and approach every combat scenario with extreme caution. Well, that doesn't sound good for us, but we'll do our best. Let's jump in. Gamma should be fine.
The
We'll watch
Dark
this intro.
Ones came much later, from the garden's direction. The Dark Ones, huge, towering a full head over the highest man. Nightmarish creatures, creepy as a man turned inside out.
Gross.
Monsters born to destroy us. The word was they were incredibly strong and unnaturally evil. That with bare paws they could tear armed men apart. That's all lies. Truth is even scarier.
Yeah, from what I remember from the other game, they generally didn't touch each other. Or, there's a Freudian slip for you. They generally didn't touch people. They just tore them apart with their freaky telepathic powers. Let's get into the game here. I guess this is going to be sort of a prequel, a little bit.
Well, I used to live nearby. Before the war, I mean, up there. I was on the train.
Nice stick,
when it
dude.
happened. I tried calling my family, but couldn't get through. What the?
Okay, here come the Dark Ones.
What happened?
See if we can remember how to play video games. It's been a while since I played a shooter on the channel. Oh, they disappeared. Oh, hi! What the hell is going on? Oh, I just shot my friend. What the hell? There is something real weird going on here. They make us kill each other. That's how they do it. Hi. You're tall.
Artyom, wake up, Artyom. It's me, Khan.
Hey, Khan.
No wonder, after all you've been through.
I remember you.
Listen, I have incredible news. A couple of days ago, I was near the ruins of the Dark One's hive, and I saw one of them, still alive. I immediately set out to find you, as you were the one they tried to contact, before you launched the missile strike against them.
Yeah, they're probably pissed about that.
How the hell did you get here? Get out, now! Yes, Ullman, one moment. If a Dark One has survived, it is vital that you try to speak with it, Artyom. I realize that as one of the Order now, you report to Miller. but we must persuade him to allow this mission.
Khan, I told you to get out! This is a classified base. You shouldn't even be here. I'll take you to Colonel Miller. Follow me, Artyom.
Get ready, Artyom. I'll be waiting at the exit.
Move it, you windbag.
Hey, stop being rude. He's a good guy.
I
Saved my
knew a
life.
smoker once. During the last year of his life, he had to eat, drink, and breathe through a tiny hole in his throat.
Trusty journal and bullet lighter. Be making good use of those. We need our flashlight and recharger too. Okay, we can still turn stuff off. I probably don't want to press that. It's probably copyrighted. So let's not do that. We can still play with the guitar.
We found this place
Hey guys.
but I still can't get used to it. Strange place, this D6.
Okay, follow Khan to the meeting with Miller. We can do
The
that.
story is, construction started in Stalin's time.
Keep it up so we can see the compass.
War was inevitable, they said.
Guy has a lot of guns. I wanna... Oh.
Привет, Artyom. Artyom was one of the men who found D6. They gave him a ranger's badge on the spot.
Yeah,
It's nice
I
for
guess.
him. I had to spend 2 years as a cadet before they accepted me into the order.
Well, anyway, where were we?
And did these
Well, obviously you
save them?
suck.
No, they couldn't reach it.
Sorry about your leg, bro.
And here, it stood for 30 years until our guys stumbled on it. Everything inside was untouched. Weapons.
Looks like we have better facilities in this place than we have had previously. The bathrooms still suck.
Look at those two rookies.
Thought he was in the hospital from the attack on the Great
No
Library.
wonder the Kona ordered
Discharged last week, so his squad is sent through the marshes to the George
Who got
base.
discharged? I didn't hear.
Romanov's the only one who makes it there alive.
You're shitting me. The rest of the group wiped out?
The marshes are easy. You just look for the markers and flags and walk along them so you don't drown. A child could do it. Well, okay, the shrimps always gave you hell. But come on, what could take a whole squad down?
No idea. They found Romanovs alone at the church, sitting on the floor praying. Since then, he doesn't eat, doesn't react to people. He just speaks to God.
Hope Romanov's not expecting an answer.
That's creepy. Sounds like it damaged his brain like we saw happening to people
I
before.
hear you're a ranger now, huh? We must get a drink sometime to celebrate. For now, let's get you equipped.
Give me guns.
First things first, you're going to need a gas mask.
Oh yeah, that's
You
important.
can't make a step on the surface without a gas mask. It's been 20 years and the radiation's still strong enough in some places to boil water. There are hot spots down here in the metro, too. Don't forget filters for the mask. Sure,
Yep,
it
they're
looks cool
important.
enough even without these, but they definitely make it better for your health. Now medkits. Well, what can I say? Anything you need for survival.
They're just the same
in a
as before.
stylish orange case. Here's your advance salary for this month.
Yay,
Remember,
bullets.
your pay is in military-grade rounds. Sure, you can use them as usual ammo for some hefty extra damage, but saving them to buy guns, attachments, regular ammo and equipment from merchants anywhere in the metro seems like a smarter move.
Yeah, I think for the most part we're gonna try and save our military grade bullets for emergencies and for currency purposes. We did encounter situations before where we were a little low on ammo and had to burn some of our
All right,
money bullets.
Now to the good stuff, huh? Let's get you some guns.
Absolutely, I've
Pick
been
the
saying
ones
that the
you
whole
want
time,
and
but
try them out on my range.
just take them.
Rangers usually carry up to 3 weapons, Artyom, and the choice of those is completely up to you.
Okay, so what do we have? A valve. It's extremely accurate and powerful, so that's like a sniper rifle. We have a Kalashnikov. It's reliable and performs well. We've got an RPK light machine gun. Nice. We got a bastard. That was our go-to until we got the AK. I don't really see a reason to have it at this point. A buckshot firing heavy machine gun. So that's like an auto shotgun, I guess. We got a regular shotgun and a revolver. I think we're gonna grab the Kalashnikov.
Good choice. The Kalash is the workhorse of the Ranger arsenal.
We'll have a bastard as backup. And Do we want a shotgun or a pistol? Let's take the shotgun. Do we have to pay for these, or are these free? These seem to be free. Just put all this shit on here. No, we won't put on a silencer. We will silence our bastard gun, though. That'll be our stealth option. Whoops. I don't know if this stuff is gonna stick. Probably won't. I won't bother with silencer on the shotgun either.
Head over to my range and try out those guns. Come back and
Alright. I guess we'll fire a couple of rounds downrange. Those are the exact same sound effects as in the first game.
Now shoot armor, dummy. Notice the difference? It's going to take more.
Holy shit, that has a lot more recoil than before.
Try a headshot.
Alright, I'll do a headshot with a shotgun.
That's the critical hit. Notice the difference? Those are the basics. You can keep practicing if you want, or head on up to the briefing.
I'll go to the briefing. Do I get to keep those guns though? What's for lunch?
No way, the base is clear. At least the part we're in.
I have no idea what it is, but it doesn't look tasty. I'll pass.
There's going to be a big assembly.
Hey, I'm in.
The colonel has forbidden
no
going
attention
out
to
of
this
the
clown
well-known
noise.
area.
Open the
Our
gates.
second team was lost yesterday in one
What'd I
of the
miss?
side tunnels.
Have you heard about Lesnitsky?
I don't know who that is.
Check with the guards at the lab.
What the hell did he do? All right, let's go.
Okay, lead the way, Mr. Spartan guy.
The tombs of ancient kings were filled with whatever they might need in the afterlife. Weapons, gold, chariots. They'd sacrifice their wives and slaves to serve their lords even in death. Reminds me of this bunker.
Cut that shit out.
He's such a cheery chap.
The things in D6 are like what the Conqueror took with him beyond the grave. Gold steel, and wild steeds, and treasures untold. Of course, the Tomb Raiders would always die horribly, killed by demons or ghosts, or their own greed.
Khan, will you shut up or what?
Could you guys give me a little bit of space?
Hey, I heard that Lesnitsky did something. What happened?
Nobody knows. Lesnitsky was at the lab. When the next shift came, the door was open and the lab ransacked. Lesnitsky was gone.
Shit.
Curious.
So, what's inside?
Chemical weapons, maybe some other shit. That's all I heard.
God damn it. The Colonel's going to tear me a new one because of Lesnitsky. A red-hot poker right into my soul. If I still had one. Alright, let's go. We might control D6, but it's like a damn city down here. All the bunkers, the nooks and crannies and exits. Still, a base the order dreamed of finding.
Guys just came back from the ring. They say Hansa is strengthening the sentry points along the whole line, especially the ones close to
Anyone know what the buzz is about?
I guess this is the area we were in before.
assembled here on this base.
Before we launched the
Kermit,
nuke.
take these guys to Miller. They've been summoned.
It was full of
All right,
weird
go on in.
anomaly
I'll
stuff,
wait
right?
here. When you've gone,
And goop
I'll speak to
everywhere.
Miller.
From what I remember. But I guess we've cleaned most of that out
The
now.
bombing of the Dark Ones may have been humanity's worst mistake. What if they meant us no harm, but were trying to communicate? Perhaps the severe pain and loss of consciousness suffered in their presence just meant we were incompatible. Machines with different wiring.
Yeah, I remember this room.
But somehow you, Artyom, have the common wire. The connection with the Dark Ones. Yes, people died at exhibition. your home station. Hunter, the best of the Order, is most likely dead as well. And he taught you this. If we don't fight for our lives in this new world, we'll be devoured. It is the law of evolution. But I would argue, the old laws no longer apply.
It's probably very true. Hey.
Alright, Artyom. And you, Khan. You have something to report?
Yes, Colonel.
Let's keep it short then.
I located the surviving Dark One at the gardens.
What? One of those things is still alive?
Luckily, yes.
Luckily?
Luckily? Khan,
that's what I said.
This is utter madness. The Dark Ones were the greatest threat the Order's ever faced.
Colonel, just give me a chance. A single Dark One is no threat. Artyom
No
has
threat.
a gift.
I'm not sure I believe that.
I believe he can establish contact with the creature. Let him come with me.
Alright. Artyom.
Wow.
Go with Khan to the gardens.
He didn't need much
and
convincing.
locate the Dark One. I'll send a sniper along. My best. Anna.
Yes, sir.
Why would we need a sniper?
To eliminate the creature and finish the Order's job.
Miller, you can't! It's murder!
Restrain him!
You idiot! You're making the same mistake that...
We're done here. Escort Khan out of here.
Look.
Artyom! It's your last chance for forgiveness! For getting rid of the nightmares!
I'm kind of with him,
Forget
but
about Khan.
kind of not at the same time.
Looks like he got close. Too close to the creature and lost his mind.
No, he seems
Look here,
as sane as he was before.
Complete the mission and get back here quickly. A war is coming, and I'll need every ranger at his post. On your way.
So, what are you waiting for? Come along, rabbit.
I'm not a rabbit. I'm a person.
If it's true that the Dark Ones can sense you, maybe you could draw it out from hiding so Anna can have a clear shot. But do me a favor. Don't let the Dark One get into your mind, or Anna will have two targets. Is that understood?
What if it gets in her mind and turns me into a mutant?
We now suspect Lesnitsky was a sleeper agent, but we haven't verified who's running him. Your job is to intercept him before he delivers the stolen container.
I think
Understood?
that Lesnitsky guy is going to be a storyline element
Lesnitsky
later.
escapes with the container, the entire metro
Oh,
is
journal.
at risk. So if you
I must do what Hunter demanded of me, what Miller ordered me, what Anna expects of me. I must prove to them all that I deserve to be one of them, to be one of the Order's fighters, to dedicate my life to the protection of humanity, the protection of the Metro. This mission is tailor-made for me. I'm the only one impervious to the influence of the Dark Ones. Perhaps I was born to rid humanity of them once and for all, and now I am one step from fulfilling that task. So why am I uneasy?
take him alive.
Well, that's easy, because what Khan said got into your head.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
Dismissed.
that's clever. You didn't even push the button.
Don't tell me you believe that bullshit about making peace with the Dark Ones.
Maybe a
I
little.
wish I had been up in that tower myself to see the missiles fall and watch them burn in their nests.
Okay, you're a little bit of a psycho.
Come on, rabbit.
I'm not
Would
a
you
fucking
let those
rabbit, shut
things
up.
into the metro? Let them crawl into our brains so they could use us like animals. Maybe we could mate with them, so the children could live on the surface and feed off the radiation. Shit. You
Doesn't sound like a
shake
terrible idea,
hands with
honestly.
the devil.
Maybe it's time for mankind to evolve. At least we get to ride on a fancy train, instead of the usual shitty ones that we're used to. Do we have quick saves in this game? I'm gonna take a quick look. See if we do. It does not look like it. That makes me sad. Okay. Well,
Burn this place out. Let's
checkpoints it is.